Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Now it's quite late, but now I will try to speak English because this is time for speaking. So now I will answer 10 questions to try to, it's like a comeback to my own vocabulary and try to memorize it, okay? Try to remember it, okay? So now, number one is self-reflection. Self-reflection is just easy, like when you think about what you did, what you get, what you did, and what you got. Think about your, it's like think about your goals, think about your achievement in your life, and maybe you take a time to rethinking and start to, you know, set a point for yourself. Okay, so number two is optimism. So optimism, like you be chill in your life, you look everything in a positive way, without negative thing. Okay, so optimism is like you thinking everything with a positive way, which means you're less, you're less hard. It's like you will less, negative thing. Okay, it's like that. Okay, number three is tackle. So tackle is like you solve a problem. To tackle this problem, it's like deal with. It's like everything's tackle a problem or a task. Okay, number two and number four is a deal. Deal, which means that it's like a tackle but in the past. Dealt. Okay, so number five is separate. So separate is like a split up. You separate something into more parts. You make something into more parts, like you separate the task. So you set the time for every single task. You separate it and you set the time for every. So number six is converse. So converse like talking to someone else. You converse to someone, which means that you talk to someone. You start to make a conversation with someone. That is the meaning of converse. But in the verb, it stands for verb. Okay. So number seven is alignment. So alignment like the suitable, the it's like a I know how to explain this meaning of the mean of this word. How can I explain it? It's quite hard, but I will explain it in the question. So number eight is acceleration. So acceleration like boost, like you do something, you make something faster. That is the meaning of acceleration. So you develop fast. That is acceleration in development. Okay, development or boost something fast is when is one of the most meaning of acceleration. Okay, number eight is approval. So approval like a selection of someone give for you. So number 10 is involved like related to, which means the meaning of related to, like this problem, this stuff. The reason I made out this problem is involved you. The problem involved you. Okay, like that. So the meaning of number two is participating in or zoning. Have you ever involved a community to help you improve yourself? It's like that. Okay. So number three is like a complication. Involve. That's the meaning of complication. I'll answer 10 questions to train again my vocabulary. Okay. So number one is self-reflection. What technique do I use for effective self-reflection? The technique I use for effective self-reflection is meditation. When you can close all the door and start to self-reflection with zero sound and just breathing, and then you can focus on your mind. And when you reflect on yourself, it's really effective because you can focus on your mind, and then you can figure out what you did, what you got, and you can start to make a new thing. Okay, so that's really easy. So meditation is one of the most thing, but it's number two is maybe you pray to God. Yeah, when you pray to God, you have the person who who beyond you, and you never be one of the most top one. God is top one. So I think that, okay, I don't know how to explain this. Okay, so number two is optimism. So optimism, what does optimism influence my ability to handle setbacks? So when you have optimism mindset, when you optimism, it will influence to your mind. It influence your mind that when you face with a setback, and if you have a negative mindset, you can think that this not my mistake. This about this skill is saturated, or is saturate, or this skill is dying, or the market is not good. Instead, blame for yourself, you blame for something outside. But when you handle the setbacks with optimism, with a positive thinking as optimism, you can think that, oh, this my mistake. I have to improve my skill. I have to improve my skill to tackle, to come back with a new success. That is really important in your life. You have to think everything with optimism. If not, it will kill you. Okay. So number three is tackle. What strategies do I use to tackle procrastination? Yeah, I am a person who always procrastinated. I was always procrastinated, and I will always excuse for myself, for my lazy, that I'm stressed, I'm tired, everything else, and then I do another thing. It's not related to what I did. It's not related to my goals. That is really bad. Okay, that's really bad. It will kill my future. So now I will try to answer this question like you know, talk to myself that I have to understand. I have to tackle procrastination for myself. So the strategies you use to tackle procrastination, I think it's just really easy. But the things is I have to, get rid of every single thing make me feel interesting. And it's like a social media. It's like the notification when my phone ring. I always take the phone and start to check it out. But I have to turn off notification to give myself keep working. Okay. So number two is I have to try to never, never, and never. It's like I have to get rid of social media of myself. Instead, I have to learn about the mindset. I have to listen to the podcast to improve my optimism, to improve my positive thinking. Yeah, get rid of every single thing make me feel interested in instead of meanness is related to my work. So that is how I can tackle I can tackle procrastination. So number four is doubt. What is the hardest situation I've ever dealt with? What is the hardest situation I've ever dealt with? The hardest situation I've ever dealt with is, I think that is about when my job was a salesman. At that time, I sold watch, and you know what? I wanted to go outside and start to talking with someone to sell something to sell watch to every people. And the hardest thing is I didn't want to approach them to sell watch because I was scared. I'm a introvert. I was really scared. I'm an introvert people, and at that time, and approach to someone to stranger made me feel really scared. And I overcome it. Yeah, I was overcame it. I I don't care about my emotion. I just care about my future. And that time, I went to them and started to talking with them. Actually, I couldn't sell anything, but that made me feel more confident. Yeah, that made me feel more confident in my life. So number five, separate. How do I separate emotions from decision making in talk? Decision making in talk situation. What's mean? What is mean? Okay, how I can separate emotion from decision making in talk situation. I think that when I face with a situation, the best way I can separate emotions is I have to train it every time. I have to separate it into two things. It's one about think about other people, and number two is think about myself. And if I realize that situation, if I choose this way, it's good for myself, but not but not affect to another people, I will choose it just for myself. And how can I do that? Just training every time, man. I don't know. Yeah, that's the. So number six is converse. So, do I prefer to converse in person or through message? Why? I think the best way is I prefer converse in person through instead of through message because I really lazy when I text when I write a text and it's made me feel boring and I don't want to do it. Yeah, it's made me boring. When I can talk to someone, I can talk something really fast, and it's really cool, man. Yeah, it's helped me improve a lot of things in my life. Like improve how can I converse to someone, and that is why I prefer to converse in person instead of through email, through message. So number seven is alignment. So why is it important to have alignment between your value and your actions? Alignment. So why is important? Why is it important to have alignment between your values? Alignment between your values and your actions. I don't understand what it means. Oh, notice. Oh my god, this. Hey man, I can understand what it means, guys. I have to ask ChatGPT to understand what it means. Why it's important to have alignment between your values and actions? Oh, okay, I will skip this. Okay, I will skip this question because I don't understand what it means. So number 8 is celebrations. What factors contribute to the acceleration of personal growth? The factors contribute to the acceleration of personal growth is they have the leverage, they have the money, they can build the course, and then they can improve by the course because they don't need to go anywhere and research the knowledge. They have the knowledge, the front eye. What they need to do is remember it, remember all of it in their mind. That is one of the most important factors to contribute to acceleration of personal growth. And number two is consistency. Yeah, the hobbies. Everything you do, but you do not consistency, you do and you give up. That is how you can pull. That is how you can keep pull. You can keep pulling your life. Okay. Money is like a leverage. Number two is discipline, consistency, and everything related to the mindset. So yeah. So number 9 is approval. How do I handle a situation where you don't get the approval you expected? The best way I can handle a situation where I don't get the approval I expected is not related to other people. It's not affected to other people. Just do it. Don't need any people exception. I don't need any people approval. You don't need it. You don't need the perception of other people. If what you want to do, not related to other people, just do it. Don't ask people. Don't ask other people to understand you. Yeah, how can I do it? Is just take action now and don't ask anyway. So number 10 is involved. What is the most rewarding? What is the most rewarding experience I've had being involved in a team effort? What's that? The most rewarding experience I've had being involved in a team effort is I get the same effort, the same ability, the same the suffer pain. I can suffer pain like them, and I can I don't know how to answer this question. How can I answer this question? So yeah, that is a 10 vocabulary and 10 question I have just answered. So if you like it, I hope you like it, and so like and subscribe. Yeah, that is